Good Sunday morning. Hey, what is today? You're probably saying, yeah, it's a Sunday morning conversations. And the Sunday morning car meet. I mean, good Lord. We've been gone most of the summer. And change of scenery here if you look at videos of cars disappearing. And wow, just wow. It's hard to believe that Sunday morning a week ago, I was in Tennessee, and my mission was to make a video about a Bronco pulling a motorcycle trailer right over there. Never even thinking to myself that a week ago at this time, 1 week later, I'd walk into my shop and I'd have a Ford F-150 2022 Raptor sitting in my shop. Never even thought of that. And even more incredible that I'd be the owner of a 2022 Ford Mustang GT500 Heritage Edition Brittany Blue with the carbon fiber package, track pack. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, if you're just talking beyond believable. If you had told me a week ago, you just said to me a week ago, hey, 1 week from now, that's scary sometimes. You think, worry a week from now, you're still alive. I mean, I get all that. So, if you said to me a week ago, hey, you're gonna have 6 vehicles that you sell, and you're going to end up having a Raptor truck and a GT500. I mean, come on. And for an individual, as a male, okay, females too. I love how there's females out there like my daughter just love ice cars and vehicles. And, you know, for an individual to be able to have the opportunity in their lifetime to own a Raptor and a GT500, I mean, I guess to throw it to the Mopar guys, you own a Dodge Challenger Red Eye or Charger Hellcat, Red Eye, wide body, whatever it may be, and you own the Ram TRX. I mean, as an individual, to have that much power, you know, in your garage, and to be able to actually afford and do that, I mean, you know as well as I do, that's a dream come true. I mean, good Lord. But then to factor, I still have my other GT500. You know, here's a whole other vehicle. You know, which I truly, you know, I came to closure. If I got to give up the GT500 for the deal to go down, for the bank to say, okay, we'll give you some money. If I had to let that go, yeah, I would have let it go. But it didn't go down that way, which that was a whole nother, you know, thing. Just beyond incredible. So, wow. Yeah, it's all about me, right? What are YouTube channels all about? Usually about all the person making them. But in all reality, it's really about trying to share my fun in my life with what I know. You know, I get it. A lot of people in this lifetime won't have this opportunity to have this stuff. I understand that. You know, so not wanting to embellish. That's why I never made YouTube videos, is because I didn't want to come across the person that, look at me, I'm so special, I'm better than you. I want nothing to do with that, and I can't emphasize enough, I want nothing to do with that. This is just me sharing my own personal life, of me being the car nut beyond car nut. And, you know, if I started making videos 20 plus years ago, you'd understand, you know, this is just who I am. This isn't about me buying something to impress you. It's about me buying something to impress myself. You know, my wife thinks the opposite. She's like, you just buy things to impress people. It's like, no, these are incredible vehicles. I mean, this is incredible fun factors of vehicles. You know, oh, I'm going to go buy something to impress somebody else, but yet it's not even that cool. I mean, no, that's not what it's about. It's about me enjoying, you know, the car, the car addictions. Yeah, right. All right, follow me along. More conversations. Yeah, I've got the Shelby, you know, outfit on today, and I got to get up here to get my office. I know I showed a video the other day about, some people, you just show way too much information. Like, oh, whatever. Somebody wants to stalk you, they're going to stalk you. I got my GT500 stuff back here. Look how dirty my freaking hat is. That's not acceptable. I'm going to clean that up. But we live in a barn It's just trashed, beyond trashed, you know, so, yikes, right? Remember Evel Knievel? Yeah, guy got drunk before he would jump. No wonder he had no fear, right? All right, so there you go. Got my kind of dirty hat. That's a shame, isn't it? Got my Shelby shirt my daughter gave me as a present. And, you know, yesterday I cleaned out my barn. You know, what's interesting is I came to closure of doing the deal of getting rid of GT500s just because I thought, you know, I don't need two GT500s. And so, yeah, as you can see, I still have...
Good morning to my sunshine.
And there she is. So, anyways, whole point is...
all Shelby'd up.
Yeah, did you see your hat in the okay. So, anyways,
But it would ruin... I don't want to be that face closed segment in my morning face.
Okay.
I don't like tour hats because it makes my hair frizzier up at the top, and I love a more loose, natural, curly, you know, to really show the full effect.
What are you driving this morning?
My 5.0.
Okay. All right. So anyways, whole point is...
I have to go to the bathroom.
So any point is, you know, I came to closure. I'm going to go to GT500, even though that's really has a sentimental value to me, which I've explained many times. And what I thought is, okay, that's pretty cool, because if I had one less car here, it frees up this room here for my motorcycles. And over the many years, I've had all my motorcycles up north instead of being down like in Tennessee or Florida. And I really want to bring my bikes back up north, do a little more riding up here now that my kid can ride. So, and I got to thinking, yeah, that'd be great, you know, because this will free up a whole other area. Yeah, how long did that idea last? So yesterday I had to clean this whole area out. I just have too much stuff. So, but hey, what's the deal on the Indian Challenger Elite Series? What are we gonna do with that, right? So here's my tabs. These are slip-on exhaust mufflers, and I did a lot of research, and it sounds like that is the nicest overall, you know, bang for the buck, you know, muffler slip-on for my Elite Series Challenger. So I'm going to do a YouTube video how to install those, which is not a real big deal, but it'd be cool to hear the before and after sound. So, you know, what's also really interesting here is the GT Mach-E Mustang over here that the gentleman that works for me has been driving it all summer. And this right now has 10,000 miles on it. It has like 9,900 miles on it. And look at the tires. These tires literally are just about gone. I mean, this is not comforting. I've heard stories from people on forums saying, wait till you have to buy tires for that electric vehicle. So this front tire here, I mean, I say maybe 4,000 or 5,000 miles left in this tire. Wow. I mean, I know performance tires don't last that long in most cars, but to me, wow. I mean, so is that a $300 tire? I have no idea. I have no idea. Is that a special tire? Which I hear in electric vehicles, you need a special tire. Is that factual? I've heard it. Okay. So is that a $300 tire or a $400 tire? If that's a $400 tire, between the tire and mounting balancing, you know, you're talking conservative 17, you know, tax. You're talking probably $1,800, maybe $2,000. So if that's factual, you know, here's the car. So she's all charged up now. And so that means that she's charged. You don't need to charge her anymore. So if that's factual, okay, you know, and don't get me wrong, performance cars are going to, you know, kind of be in the same realm. But in the GT Mach-E, if you're buying it, then you're saving all this money. You know, well, okay, so every 12 to 15,000 miles, you're spending $2,000 in tires. You know, equate that into your mileage as your vehicle. You know, and I know some people will follow my channel and be like, geez, this guy went from being the EV guy to now he's kind of being critical of EV guy. Well, in all sincereness, I bought the EV vehicles to get the real world experience of these vehicles, and I think this is a fabulous car. I love this car, but at the same time, it's misinformation of people thinking they buy these things and you know your expenses just go to zero. You know, you don't have the maintenance and the gas and the oil. You know, the list goes on and on and on. And you drive down the road and you go to free charging stations. It's so misinformation. It's not a cheap ride. So, all right, let's get some the cars moved around here. I got to get the truck started up and the car out, and let's start making progress. So let's listen to the Raptor. Isn't that funny? Now, they redid this exhaust. They put they did something different exhaust. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you know, to me it sounds quieter than my previous Raptor. That's what's really interesting. So I swear that this is quieter than my 2018 Raptor. All right, and yes, I know I can change the exhaust. Let's do that right now here in the garage. Okay. So it isn't like. To me, it's not like. Yeah, a little bit. Give a little exhaust note here in the garage, right? As I blast through my driveway. See, look. Sorry. I get it. Anybody out there that has a Ram TRX, they're like, you got a V6. I mean, I get all that. I mean, honestly, you know as well as I do, if I had to have that V8 motor Raptor R, do you think I can get one? I mean, but you know, it's dangerous. It's dangerous being that, you know, nah, I don't want that. Yeah. How does that play out? All right, so here's the V6, you know, big exhaust, right? So now, let's go in and start the Shelby GT500. All right, so let's now start the GT500. I said I don't want a GT500 with Recaro seats, right? You hypocrite. You're just a hypocrite to the max, man. This DCT transmission is so funky. You ever seen gas and it's like it's a lull. It's a lull. Oh my goodness. It's supposed to rain, unfortunately, at the car show possibly today. That kind of sucks. All right. Let's get things going here. Jesus Christ, it's already 8:25. Time to get up to town, you know, and do our thing. So back to the Raptor. All right, the kid's spritzing up her car, and we're getting ready to head out here to head to Panera and get breakfast, and then go to the car meet. All right, so the adventure begins. Let's go to the little more performance track exhaust. Okay, what's the kid doing? I don't know what you're doing. Just getting nervous. I'm thinking for a second she's gonna close the dang gate, and that's not gonna be good. There she goes. So she's gonna be lead car today, huh? Wow, the kid's getting bold. She's gonna be lead car. She does her rev matching, downshifting. That just makes these cars so much fun. You know, these Recaro seats. You know, for me, it's not my first choice of what I would order in a car, but I get when you get the track pack, that's all about the track pack experience and, you know, the race seats, and you know what I'm saying. So oh my goodness gracious, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I need coffee, I need a lot of things, right? Just took my vitamins. Take your vitamins before you kind of eat. It just makes you feel like you're nauseous and sick. Who else has that challenge? I do. I'll take my vitamins, and I get good. If I'm doing like this morning, now it'd be a while. You know, people are like, well, just bring your vitamins with you before you eat. Yeah, I'm not that smart. I like the car. It's going to be interesting how many people show up today at the car meet because it's overcast. But Jesus Christ, I remember during the cold winter months, people are showing up on days I never thought people would show up. You know, as long as it's not downpouring, my guess would be people show up, even though we got storms coming in. You know, so yeah, the Sunday morning conversations on who would imagine. You know, I'd be driving my GT 500. You know, it's really weird. We did the GT 500, GT 350, bring those cars back home from Tennessee back on, was it Memorial Day weekend? I think it was. You know, it's a good thing I brought that GT 350 back. Here's the thing, my Shelby Super Snake that I sold to Coons Baltimore Ford, that was the deal, that was the Raptor for the, that was basically the Raptor truck traded for the Raptor truck, you know, so that was a good deal. I made out pretty good on that. So, but anyways, that truck's down in Tennessee at my mother-in-law's house, and the driver was supposed to pick that up yesterday, and he called me, and he asked me, you know, what's that truck look like? I sent him a YouTube video and some pictures, as his concern was the truck had sit too low for his style trailer, because he already had a full load of cars, and he didn't think he could get it. And sure enough, late yesterday afternoon, I called him, and he's like, I can't get that car. It's too low to the ground. He's, you know, he's an experienced guy. It's like, no way am I going for that ball game. So they're gonna have to get like a custom trailer or a flatbed or something, which kind of feel bad, you know, being at the general manager there. You know, he did well. I mean, car dealerships have to make money, people. Sorry. You know, do you go to work every day and work for free? You know, when it comes to the car industry, people constantly beat up car dealerships, and I get all that. And I don't support the abuse, you know, by car dealerships, but at the same time, you know, you have to make money to stay in business. So the point is, you know, if they have to send a special truck down there or local and, you know, just change the dynamics, so you know, if you have 10 cars or tractor trailer, it's probably going to cost you $300 a car to get it to Baltimore. If you have one car on a trailer, it's probably going to cost you $1,000, $1,500 to get to Baltimore. So that's a huge difference in, you know, expenses. So I can only hope they can kind of get that resolved. Or yeah, it's all said and done, I'll be back down there on Labor Day weekend, and I'll be driving it back, which, you know, if I had to, it's not a problem. But they really want to get that truck, you know, they want to sell it. They got to move cars. You know, if you're a car dealership, it's all about taking a car in and selling a car. Yeah. On that note, as my Ford F-150 Lightning already, you know, sold, as my Ford Bronco sold, and what's interesting is, I get it. I post my videos in these car forums, and it irks the heck out of some people because it's more of my subscription base and wants to listen to the content versus just cutting right to the chase of what's going on. So I posted in the Ford Bronco forum, you know, forum yesterday. You know, it was like midday. I got to think, you know what? Maybe I should post my information that I just traded my Bronco in just for others, because it's just information. So I posted a thread about I sold my Bronco two-door back to the my selling dealer, and they paid me $10K over MSRP, just so they know instantly if they want that Bronco. That was a $52,000 and change vehicle. They're gonna, you know, the starting price would be $62,000, meaning the dealer's gonna probably try to get like $69,000 out of it, $68,000 out of it. You know, maybe that'll go for $65,000. I mean, I have no idea. I just don't know. That's their ball game. But the whole point is, you know, I posted that, and, you know, a few of the forum members on there were just irked. You know, some people just get rude. I don't know why in a car forum people have to attack you. My thoughts are, you're in forums, you attack the subject, not the person. You know, that's how you handle that in a car forum, any forums. You know, attack the subject. Don't attack the person. Just, you know, so anyways, so a few people in there were just, you know, making kind of rude comments, and I was just posting back. I said, you know, I have no issue of removing this thread. I was just reaching out to the Bronco community to let people know, you know, not everybody owns a Ford Bronco in the Ford Bronco forum. Not everybody's going to get a Ford Bronco in the Ford forum because it can be 2 years away. You think I'm making that up? So there may be a guy be like, oh my gosh, this guy's YouTube channel, I've seen how he drives and takes care of his cars. I mean, that's a really nice vehicle. And you know what? I don't want it to wait 2 more years for a freaking Bronco. He has the exact vehicle I want. You put an AE exhaust on it. You put mud flaps on it. You did, you know, a front little You know, he did a few things to it, which has a value. You know, window tint. You know, conservative on that vehicle. There's $1,500 added on stuff that I did to it, and it's in cherry condition. Nothing wrong with it. And so, you know, here it is. There may be a guy that just says, you know what, I want the Bronco, and I'm going to keep it, and I don't care, and I'll pay 69 grand for that vehicle, or 68 grand for that vehicle. I mean, in all sincereness, it's worth every bit of that money, the fun factor, the value. I mean, there's just so many things that, you know, so I'm just radiating back to you. It's interesting how you try to kind of help others, but then others attack you of the way you present it. And then I posted in there, I said, I just think that anybody here should be super excited that their Bronco, you can take your Bronco right now back to your selling dealer, and they're going to write you a $10,000 check. I mean, come on. Usually the story is you go buy a car, you take it back to the dealership, and you're writing them a $10,000 check. I mean, this is just insane how we operate and think. I heard one guy there claims that some dealer paid him like $20K back to him to get the car. I don't know if I read that right or wrong. So I mean, come on, you know. So to me, it's like this is a great video and posting to share with everybody who has a Ford Bronco right now. You have a vehicle that's incredible value. How long does that last? Well, it'll last forever, but yeah, it's around for now. And then the Ford F-150 Lightning Forum, they were more diplomatic. Everybody on there was like cool, nice, they get it, understand, you know, capitalize on your money, blah, blah, blah. So the Bronco community, those are, that's a lot of mixture of a lot of guys. And I will honestly say, you get a lot of characters on there. I've been attacked numerous times on that forum. I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, but I get it, you know, it's all good, whatever, you know. And so, not that I said, I don't care. I'll just take the posting down. Like I said, really make the difference. People think I'm making all this money off this YouTube channel. I make zero. I make nothing. I don't meet the credentials to make money. So you have to be more entertaining than me. You have to be more special than me. Okay, whatever. I just enjoy making videos and sharing my experiences, like I told you earlier. All right, so here's the weather. I already know the weather. It's coming in later this morning. It's going to start raining. I'm sure some people are like, oh my gosh, you're going to drive that incredible rare car. Is it rare? And that's another great conversation. You know, you're going to drive that car in the rain. Here's the thing. My selling dealer sales guy pulled up and only 225 of these Heritage Editions are being built. Is that factual? I don't know. In fact, in the Ford Mustang forum, I posted the video of me getting this car, and a lot of great people on there congratulating me. Really cool, really nice. And a gentleman brought up a really good point. He's like, he's like, I didn't hear there's only a limited amount of these being built. And so I replied, I honestly don't know. I would love to know. And then I found the Google page. You Google something, right? Oh yeah, that's all the truth, right? So I Googled, and it says 225 of the Heritage Edition. Is that the carbon fiber track? Is that the base? Is it just a general production? And, you know, what is it? You know, so here's the kit. We'll get some exhaust out of the kit here for us. So I have no idea. If anybody knows, you know, weigh in. What's the real deal? So let's see if we can get some exhaust out of it. That car, you know, and there's an example in life of a story of, you know, my daughter, as you know, in February of this past year, crashed that bullet Mustang and was just devastated, you know, impact shock. She still has that. I mean, that's why you hear her screaming. I mean, she's riding the car with me because she doesn't think I'm going to stop in time for her car, which, you know, for me, that's great. I don't need another accident with my kid. You know as well as I do. If you have a teenager driving a Mustang, it's an accident, how's that all going to play out? Oh, I already know. There's the light. It's light so far, but it's a little early. It's 10:09. You know, how does that all play out? Yeah, it doesn't play out well. I mean, you know, your insurance can get canceled. She was very lucky. She was 17 years old. In the state of Virginia, a 17-year-old's a minor. they will not charge them with a possible reckless driving. In the state of Virginia, once you crash somebody and hit the back of them, initially it's considered a reckless driving ticket. You have to go to court to beat that, to prove that why you crashed into somebody, what happened. If you can't prove to the judge, within reason of doubt, then you're charged a reckless driving ticket. Reckless driving ticket is radical. It is worse than a DWI. Did you just hear me? Reckless driving tickets are worse than a DWI. For the insurance categories, you are just totally red flagged. Good luck. Hey, how do I know this? How do I know this information? Yeah, is your insurance going to increase by $6 to $8 grand over your existing premium? Yes. Be so lucky to find insurance company else to take care of you. Some people are like, it's a bunch of malarkey. Whatever. I'm just telling you what I went through. So I kind of have some information on that, but whatever. Hey, I hope anybody got a reckless driving ticket? Yeah, you wasn't that bad. Okay, great, but yikes. All right, here we are. We are at Panera, get our breakfast and see how it all plays out on the Sunday morning car conversations, GT500, Heritage, Brittany Blue, carbon fiber pack, track pack. Wow. Beyond believable of what I am driving this morning. All right, done with our Panera breakfast, got my coffee. What's interesting is, I've got the GT500 base model without the carbon fiber track. Well, it's not the carbon fiber track pack. So here's the thing. Here's a Rivian way over there getting charged forever at the charging station. So anyways, this car here, I was just so overwhelmed with this car. I didn't even notice that, hey buddy, how are you? I am. I will. Yeah.
I can't hear him.
We'll be right over. That's our man. We like him. So, I didn't even know it didn't have a rear seat. I mean, come on, right? Like, duh. I was not fixated in this vehicle. Here's a question. What's the weight difference with the carbon fiber wheel package and the rear seat delete? All right, time to start moving. We're gonna do a drive-by for Leroy. Leroy here at Panera likes our conversations. He's a Ford guy, actually. And we haven't seen him. We've been gone all summer. So he's probably like, where have you been, man?
I like the paint scheme on it.
I just got it.
Did you? Well,
This is.
now what kind of cute?
Well, hold on here.
Back up
Hold on.
something here.
Yeah, I don't want to get guys gonna hit me.
You know, NASCAR seen last week where they basically automatic 5-speed transmissions. So
Yeah.
it came a long way. So what kind of cube against? Is it the Windsor
It's the
motor?
5.2 motor. It's the same. This is the GT500.
Okay, but say the cube against, my man, 'cause I don't go by.
Okay, so what's the differences in the weights of the track pack carbon fiber versus the non-track pack GT500? My guess is 300 pounds from just the wheels and the rear seat delete. But I don't know. I was never fixated on buying a track pack, GT500, because I don't race, I don't track them, and the amount of money you're going to pay for this vehicle is very expensive. So I was always very happy just to be on the page of, my base Mustang with some add-ons, because to me it's an $82,000 car, and I could justify that, even though that's a lot of money, But Jesus Christ, in today's car world, this car rolls backwards. It's freaky. For a minute there, I thought I'm gonna roll back in my daughter's car. Oh, it's this DCT. It's the DCT. This thing just so like a manual transmission. All right, to the car show. Ooh, this guy here's got some problems. What's going on here? Yikes, right? Get some breakup of the clouds. Cool morning, 75 degrees. Here we go. Come on, dude. This guy here, he's texting and driving. I mean, Jesus. Hello, right? Driving the roads, everybody knows, challenge driving the roads isn't the road, it's the people who drive next to you on them. That's the challenge. So what and who is showing up today, right? I mean, this isn't like the big car show. You got to go up further into the Northern Virginia area to get the big car shows. And those are started like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, I'm just not getting out of bed. Who knows? You know me. Who the hell knows? Maybe one day we'll get early, but I've heard those places are packed. So, you got to get there super early. Otherwise, you can't even get a spot. Some places you're parking across the street. So not bad. A little light. Look at the bug. Like it. Corvette. Porsche. No, Mustang. Did I drive by a Mustang? That's some nice Ford trucks. There's a Mustang. Boy, no show for the Mustang guys. Wow. Very surprised. Very surprised. Man, that's crazy. That's kind of too bad. That guy kind of took 2 spots there for us. So where do we go, right? I guess we go back up the line here, I guess. Park up front. Get some exposure that way, do we? Get up next to the GTR. I think I know this guy. We'll do that. How about that idea? You want to park next to the truck?
You have driven around this whole place.
What do you want to be in the front line or in the back?
I thought the front.
Okay.
But forget it.
No, let's go over here. I'm going to go over here and get a little more exposure. We'll do this here. We'll come over here. It's interesting, though. The Florida decor people are starting to open it up. I don't know if I like that idea or not, actually. I'm not so sure about that. I think we'll do that. The kid's saying, hey, Dad, we'll go back to our regular spot. Kind of hidden back here. Where we have the open space. You get a little better view of the car and all. So that's what I'll do. We'll make it a little bit more entertaining. But I don't know, man. Pretty quiet show. So we'll see how it all plays out. All right, high maintenance, right? Camera show you? Now we have the people slowly rolling in. See, I'm taking my sticker, let's see here. Let's see, I'm taking my sticker of the car and putting it in the windshield, but I don't know if I do that or not. All right, there's the answer. It's 3,947 pounds. So let's look at the non-track pack. All right, so it's 4183 with no fuel. So if you added 10 gallons of fuel, that's 80 pounds. So, I was pretty close. I would say this car is about 4,300 pounds. So 4,300 pounds versus like 39. So, yeah, about 300 pounds, I can feel that. I really can feel that going down the road. All right, it's starting to drizzle. I'm leaving. want to get home before the craziness starts. So that's our goal. The cars, right? What a great car show. Better than I thought, actually. But we got the rain. I just don't want to get this thing rained on. Sounds silly, right? But you ready? Yeah, that person's a regular. Had some beautiful other cars come in. Have like no turn radius. Actually, better show me that. That's pretty badass, isn't it? Nice. Huh. That's rare, unique. Do we beat the rains, right? Listen to that thing there. Boy, I can smell all the gas. Pretty cool. Nice color. Definitely mod. Look at mirrors, back, body. But man, that thing's burning really rich. I mean, I'm getting all the gas fumes in the car now. Yikes. Yeah, how much you living that ice age now, buddy? Right? Hey, pretty good car show. You know, some of my buddies that I know showed up, which was really nice. It's always great to kind of meet people. Talk to people, you're kind of the same page in life and what you think's right and wrong, and you know, that's what makes fun hanging out at these car shows. Is the passion for these vehicles. More ice age than electric vehicle people, because that's the dominant product at these car shows. And so when you hang out with people, we all talk the same language. We talked to a guy named Jack that's got a really nice 2020 GT500 Performance Blue. You saw a picture of it there. So I was pulling out. Another gentleman there that hangs out with me all the time. He's been watching my channel a lot, and he's pretty intrigued about everything going on. So, overall, better than I thought. But right now, I prefer not to drive this in the rain. We may get rained on, but I mean, that would be pretty cool to kind of say, yeah, I didn't drive this car in the rain, which that would be nice. I know I'm pushing my luck today on that, but are the car gods around me? You know how I talk about that? I mean, if you think about it, I talk about the car gods. At the same time, I think, is it the devil? The devil in the making. I mean, because, this isn't cheap stuff. You gotta, until you're in my shoes, understand what I do, you'd be like, you're nuts. I mean, I can just tell you that right now. Some people are like, no way. Yeah, am I a risk taker? I am. We've had that conversation. So, got a Harley guy here in front of us having some fun this morning, but you know what? Unfortunately, that guy may run into some rain, which, yeah, if you watch my rain video on a motorcycle, no thank you. Yikes. Yeah, so anyways, so the car theme this morning, the GT500 conversation, right? Like, gee whiz. Like I said earlier, if you would have told me a week ago that, this had been played out today, it's just incredible. So, yeah, what more is there to talk about? There's always something to talk about, right? I mean, really. But what's pretty cool is one of the gentlemen there I hang out with, we got to talking about the electric vehicle infrastructure, the architecture, and he knows. He's on that page. The 400-volt system, which is the most dominant, volt system in these, the first generation of electric vehicles. I mean, for the most part, for Ford, it's the first generation of their electric vehicle platform. Because Chevrolet, they had the Volt, whatever, so they've had more time and exposure to that. We already know Tesla's always been only electric. That'd be funny if Tesla would make a gas vehicle. That would probably get a lot of attention. That would just be, if I was Elon Musk, I would do that just to be who he is. I mean, think about that. Hey, listen to me, Elon. Build a freaking gas hybrid setup or something, or just a gas engine, just to throw it back at everybody for the misperceptions of the electric, vehicle age. And the biggest challenge that lies ahead is, the present first generation Ford products. If the next 2 to 3 years, if they do go to an 800-volt system, and and they do start making, cars that go another 100, 200 miles further, it just totally devalues, guys like me that own these vehicles. And that's why I got rid of F-150 Lightning. Was a huge opportunity to make money from it. And I'm just the type of guy, there's no doubt. I thought, I already have one on order. I get all that, but my guy is probably going to take it, which is fine. But if I really want another F-150 Lightning truck, you don't think I can get one? I mean, not right now, but I'm not fixated on that. So, but now you're buying gas again, right? Which, Jesus Christ, yesterday, I'm kind of surprised in this Northern Virginia area, gas prices aren't really reflecting what they are down south. So, you gotta wonder about that. But here, the barrel of oil is in the $80. It's been hovering in the 88, 89, 91, 92. It's just kind of bouncing around. And if it hits that $80 barrel and gets into the 70s, I'm just telling you, $3 gas, even $2.50, $2.80 gas would be, in the works. So, for the benefit of everybody, it'd be so advantageous that, that does happen, because, there's a lot of people, I think, struggling more than ever. And now, everything, energy's expensive, food's expensive, so sincerely, we can only hope that this inflation thing starts to go a different direction to help others, So yeah, it's the car conversations, not the economic time conversations, man. Come on, get back on the frickin' focus of the day. Well, the focus of the day is I've been blessed. The car gods have given me another debt, right? Yeah, another debt. Yeah, big debt. Yikes. Wow. If I'd have the confidence that things went dire straits for me, I could get rid of this, I wouldn't have bought this car. I mean, I'm telling you, I did a lot of research, and, so I feel very confident. If the world comes to an end, yeah, I think I can get out of it. Yeah, we'll be laughing at that statement, right? As it goes to auction and somebody buys it for 30, 40 grand less than I paid for it. Those stories happen, so no doubt about that. So, and here's the thing. My sales guy texted me yesterday. If you watch my other videos, it's redundant language, but he texted me yesterday that a guy showed up at the dealership yesterday morning to buy this car. He didn't know, since the car wasn't sold till late Friday afternoon, so I don't think it wouldn't populate that it's sold till probably Saturday morning. So this guy was looking at Kuhn's Baltimore Ford's website, and he saw on Friday night this car. He, I sincerely doubt he got up Saturday morning and double checked that. And it's possible Kuhn's Baltimore Ford didn't even remove it off the site first thing Saturday morning. I don't know. All I know is my sales guy claims he went there and he was wanting this car. So he was going to buy that blasphemy purple or ridiculous purple, whatever they call that new, dark purple color. I'm not fixated on that color. So plum, it's like a dark plum purple, if you ask me. So actually, I think maybe he bought that, maybe. But as well as I do, if you're fixated on something and you're really wanting this type of theme car, you really like the color, the paint scheme, the Heritage Edition, all that stuff, and you go to the dealership, and then there's a dark colored Mustang with no stripe, or if the stripe's even on, so blends in like my magnetic GT500, that stripe blends right in with that paint. It's not that, you can see it, but it's not real, it doesn't stick out like this white. So, so that gentleman there goes there, and I know if I'm him, I'm like, yeah, it's a cool car, it's the same car, but it's not the same color, not the same theme, so it's like, are you just buying it to buy it? It's just, or are you really, what are you doing? That's the challenge. And usually when you buy a car that you really didn't get, meaning you want a certain car, but then you sacrificed, you bought something else, typically you're never happy with that car. Ask me how I know. You're never content with that car. You're always like, oh, I always wanted that car. Yeah, ask me how I know, right? So anyways, hey, it's a Sunday morning conversations, and hope everybody's enjoying the video and got some information today. And, I'm talking about the EV vehicles still because I still have them. People are saying you're going to sell them. I don't know. That Grabber Blue, I'm not excited about tires. I'm going to have to do some research on that. And yeah, if maybe I got some good money out of it, And then that just kind of opens the door for the F-150 Lightning truck, which I've mentioned many times. I think that the gentleman that works for me, he's going to probably end up buying it. You know, the whole idea is I'm going to buy the truck. I have to. It's my company name. Company, you know, the deal, way Ford operates, you just can't order a truck and then somebody else buys it. It doesn't work that way. So I'll have to buy it in my company name, and then the gentleman's going to drive around and work out of it, which is fine. And, you know, and eventually I'll look at him and I'll say, hey, do you really want to buy this truck? And sincerely, if he says, yeah, I want it, you know, I'll be like, that's awesome, great. If he says, you know what, I'd rather have a Rivian, which that's really what he wants. And that's really more of his character and style. So, you know, if he said to me, you know, I'd rather have a Rivian, I'd be like, you know what, let's try to make that work for you. You can order in your name. And, you know, and what people don't know is in today's freaking, you know, mileage, IRS raised the miles per mile driven reimbursement from 58 cents to like 65 cents. I can't remember. I think it's 65 or 67 cents. So someone works for me, he can drive 200 miles in one day. So for him, that's 130 bucks. Okay? Well, if you add that up times 22 days a month, I mean, you know, he can get paid conservative $1,200, $1,500 a month just working out his own vehicle for me. So it's a no-brainer. If you own a Rivian and, you know, it's an expensive vehicle, but you're not buying any gas and you're working out of it, that reimbursement just pays for the vehicle, you know, which that's a pretty good deal, actually. So, I don't know. I honestly would be surprised if he wants to keep the F-150, just because, as I've kind of mentioned, it's a big truck. It has that boat type of feel going down the road where it floats. So the suspension definitely could be upgraded on the F-150 Lightning, and that would make it a much more, you know, it just make it much more cooler, I should say, you know. So, all right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching my YouTube channel, and if you have any friends, share the channel and hit subscribe. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but, you know, I just like to share my stories, and hopefully it helps you. And for those that I understand very well, you know, many people never have the opportunity to have what I have, and I get that. And I'm not, you know, I'd turn my channel off now if people have said to me, you're just all about you, and, you know, you're so special and rich. You know what? Here's the reality of my life. Whether I make this YouTube channel or not, I'm buying cars, living the life I live, and it's more about me just sharing my experiences, my fun. Hopefully this resonates back to you. It's not about me being I'm not the biggest, baddest guy in the world by any means. I'm just a guy that freaking has a hell of a lot of debt. But for the record, I did shed a lot of debt, and, you know, and I'm going to shed some more. So what's the next story in that adventure, right? Oh no, right? Here's a bunch of bicycling day in the back roads, which I just think that's crazy to go on these back roads and ride bicycles, because you know, it's just, people come around these corners so fast, and we hear the people getting knocked off. And down in Florida, they have a lot of these, you know, these areas where you can ride bicycles. But Jesus Christ, it's just as bad down there. People getting hit and whacked. All right, everybody, thanks for watching Ice Age TV Sunday Morning Conversations GT 500 Heritage Edition Brittany Blue Day. Have a great day, and God bless everybody. You know, one thing that's really nice, the birds, the pigeons finally get the hell out of my garage. Oh my gosh, it was a disaster. If you watched some of my earlier videos, my vehicle would just get trashed. So thank God the birds are gone. Now I don't have to worry about my freaking Raptor having crap all over it, and then they'd crap on the vehicles in the back. All right, hey, once again, thanks for watching ICTV. Wow, hey, this is the first time I'm driving the Mach-E. I don't know, man. It's been probably about 6 weeks, 7. I'd say 7 weeks, if not 8 weeks. Beat the gate. So this is kind of interesting. Being, you know, I just got out of my GT 500. So these cars here, you know, the electric vehicle, the instantaneous power is just, you know. That's the thing that draws people to it that aren't the ice addicts, if you know what I mean. So just wow. back-to-back driving. I got a cyclist right here, and this is where you can get yourself in trouble in these back roads because we have so many cyclists, people riding around. And that's what I was telling you earlier, is that, you know, this is crazy, and how these cyclists do these, you know, they don't do it a lot in these back roads, but every now and then they do it. And as you know, as a person driving a car, if you hit somebody, you're at fault. I mean, it'd be very difficult to prove otherwise, unless you had a video. And if you go down the road and a person falls, you know, just cuts right in front of you and doesn't realize you're behind them, you know, that would be the only way on a video would you survive that claim. Otherwise, that bicyclist, they're going to claim you ran into them. You know, it's going to be very challenging. Anyway, so here's the Mach-E. And, you know, yeah, is it just a whole different animal? It is. And so, as I talk, you know, that's what's pretty cool. I'm very fortunate. I know that. I can jump back and forth into vehicles instantly. It's just instantly to tell how they drive. And, you know, and that's what I radiate about this Mach-E. It's such a tight car. I mean, this car is just so tight. And, you know, I've used the example, it drives like a Porsche. I'm sure some Porsche people would be offended by that comment. You know, like, oh, a Ford Mustang Mach-E electric vehicle drives like a Porsche? Yeah, right, buddy. And what I'm really more talking about in that reference is that the vehicle is just really tight. You know, the four-wheel motors just have this car so connected to the road. Here's another guy, you know, it's just bicycle city today. I mean, believe it or not, there's articles. I mean, I'm not lying to you. There's articles about how people are ditching their cars that live in cities, and I can kind of get that, or the real suburban area where they're close to a lot of stuff, and they're ditching their cars for bicycles. And you know, and once again, I can kind of get all that talk. Let's go to the performance package here. Let's go to Unbridled. You got to get that Unbridled. That really kind of opens this thing up. And this Route 15 here on Sundays is the worst. It's the worst. Because it's just never-ending traffic. And, yeah. That's so funny. Here comes my wife and daughter. Right there they are. Is this thing here? See this here? I mean, this thing here, it's just incredibly fast. And the, you know, it's just so fast. Yeah, I mean, that's what I talk about. Talk about the ice age in comparison to the EV age. When it comes to that instantaneous power, it's just, you know, it's two different worlds. I mean, you know, for all us ice lovers, which that's me, yeah, you mean, you hate to admit it. You don't want to admit it. You do not want to admit on how, you just don't want to admit it. That's the reality. You don't want to say, oh, the EV's the better of the two performance-wise. Yeah, I know. I get it. I'm with you. But, you know, I was having a great conversation. One of my regulars at the car show, gentleman around my age, he may take that as an insult watching my video. Wait a second. I look younger than you do. Apologies. No, I have no idea, you know. But anyway, so we were talking that conversation, you know. We're just saying, hey, electric vehicle is cool. He's got a Tesla. And he loves his Tesla. But at the same time, he loves his 911 Porsche. You know, and he's got a beautiful Porsche, a black Porsche. I showed a video on it. Some car shows back. He's got a Jeep Wrangler, so he just loves the Ice Age. He loves the Ice Age. You know, he's not an individual who's like, oh, I don't like, you know, I've got a Tesla now and I'm anti-ice. You know, that isn't who he is. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are buying these electric vehicles that are like him and me, where they just want something different to drive. They want a different, unique experience. And if you have the, you know, income to be able to do that, it's really cool. So, you know, so unfortunately, some people take, by me buying an electric vehicle, I'm contributing to the problem of getting rid of ice. And it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than what I can control. So by me buying an electric vehicle, people are like, oh, nah, forget it. It's beyond that. It's beyond that. I talk about that, what's going on more than ever in our society, what's being driven to change things, and I call it the misinformation age. Yeah. Is it the electric revolution age? It's the misinformation age, and if you follow my videos and listen to my conversation, I praise the EVs, and then sometimes I'm critical of the EVs. No different than ICE cars. I've owned ICE cars where they're really cool and blah, blah, blah. Just like, for me, my Mopar buddies, I get it. They're Mopar guys. They love the Dodge product. That's phenomenal. It's a great product. But does the Dodge Hellcat Red Eye give me the same fun thrill factor as my Mustang GT500? It doesn't. Why would I sell my GT500 Challenger Red Eye wide body, over, I should say, why wouldn't I have bought it back? Because I let that go, making a financial decision June of last year, but why didn't I go buy a wide body Challenger Hellcat back? I mean, sure, if I thought about it, I have, but at the same time, the GT500 just radiates to me so much more fun. It's just a really fun car. So, so it's criticism, it's praise. It goes both ways. Well, same thing with EV vehicles. Anybody out there driving an EV vehicle doesn't see some of the imperfections, then you're just denying what the reality is. So, yeah, it's called reality. So, yeah, drive the Mach-E GT. This is really my favorite one. The Grabber Blue's cool. Had the white Spaceman sitting next to the Grabber Blue, I would have picked up this one over the Grabber Blue instantly. And this has the 91 kilowatt battery versus the 88 kilowatt battery. So, and but my wife just really does like the vehicle. She does, even though she gets really paranoid. That's what happens. People get paranoid. Here we go. Raindrops. So what's interesting is you could have stayed at the car show a little longer and possibly not gotten rained on, but I just didn't want to find out. I just did not want to find out that my nice brand new Shelby GT500 got rained on. Prefer not to do that, even though I've driven my other Mustang in rain. Yeah, so anyway, this Mach-E GT, it's a great car. I really do like the car. And, and am I going to get rid of this? I can't seem to get rid of this car. It wouldn't really make any sense. My wife likes it. I got it for her. Can I get rid of my blue Grabber GT? I possibly could. And the reason I say that is my wife drives to work 2 days, sometimes 3 days a week. Sometimes she'd just rather drive the 4Runner, and that's what we're doing this morning. We're taking my Toyota 4Runner up to the Toyota dealership to get it serviced, and I've been so damn busy. The car needs to be serviced, so my wife's driving that up while we go to the college and walk around and get my kid kind of ready for tomorrow morning. My daughter starts college tomorrow morning, and we think let's just be proactive and let's take her to the school today and let's just get her attuned to what she's going to do and where she's going to be, and hopefully that makes her day easier without being kind of rattled. If anybody's gone to school or gone to a new job, you know what I mean by that. You get rattled when you go somewhere and you don't know where to go. So that's what we're doing. But in the meanwhile, the wife's driving the 4Runner, which that's one of her favorites. She loves the Mach-E. In all sincereness, if I ever told my wife, due to financial hardships, it's the Mach-E or the 4Runner, which she would instantly say, yeah. All right, conversations beyond conversations. So yeah, so I was saying before I got cut off, the wife, my wife's, she's understanding most of the time, right? But, my wife's pretty cool. So if I said to her, hey, we can cash out the Mach-E and you can drive the 4Runner, she'd be like, well, if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be, So she likes this Mach-E and I don't plan on getting rid of it. But at the same time, Jesus Christ, what if I could make 30, 40 grand off the Mach-E's? I don't think I could, but wow, how much gas you have to buy. But anyways, kind of radiating back on the Ford Mach-E. I haven't driven this car much at all, and it's just a really nice car. It really is, and it's just these electric vehicles. It's the love-hate. I've talked about that a gazillion times, and it's the love-hate relationship with these electric vehicles. And so anyways, all right, well, let me show a few pictures of the Mach-E, or we just call it a day. I've done a lot of talking, and And anyways, appreciate everybody watching the YouTube channel. I kind of added this in at the end, and didn't think I was going to be driving the Mach-E till the wife told me we were going to take the kid down to the college, then have lunch and do all these other errands. So that's what I'm doing now, and drive the Mach-E, and just it's just a really fun, great vehicle. So once again, thanks for watching Ice Age TV, and have a great day.